All right, Jiri, welcome to the show.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. Great.
I see you're at the gym, and I see you have a Thailand flag behind you. Or I just saw you had a Thailand flag. There you go. There it is.
Yeah. 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 Because my basic my home gym is primary for, for Muay Thai. That's why is there Thailand's flag.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Well,
Sorry. Yeah.
oh, that's okay. I felt like one of your opponents. All right, first, I want to say congratulations, man. It's been a while, obviously, but a great fight against Volkan. I haven't talked to you, so I haven't been able to wish you congratulations. But fantastic fight, very interesting. You fought an interesting fight. You didn't seem scared at all of his power or getting knocked out, and you were taunting him, and then he was landing some strikes even, and you still didn't care. You had like no fear whatsoever, and you were still getting your shots off, and you just looked so confident. Where did that confidence come from, especially in your first UFC fight, even though you've had so many fights obviously before that?
Yeah, that was because it was the first UFC fight, and I was looked for this fight so long, and that was the moment why I trained for. So yeah. So let's get it.
Capturing that moment, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it obviously worked. Before we get into your next fight, what about your overall first UFC experience? You've obviously probably looked up to getting into the UFC for a while. How was the overall experience, like the good and the bad of actually having your first UFC fight outside of the fight itself? Obviously, that was good, but
yeah, everything was great. Everything was great. Eating or physiotherapist or everything was. It was in Abu Dhabi. Yeah, and they have a great organization here. So for me, it was I think the best, like, from every organization. Yeah, but I don't look for this like that. I don't care about these things around. I'm I'm every time focusing for the fight, so I'm not using all these sweets around the fighting.
it's just getting in there and fighting.
Yeah.
And when you fought Volkan, was there anything that surprised you? Like, did it go about how you thought? Or, I mean, obviously he was a high-ranked UFC fighter, and you were coming in your first fight in UFC. You had to figure that there was a level change compared to some of your opponents before. Was he about what you expected, or was there any surprises that you didn't expect?
Oh, nothing. I know that that Volkan is a tough opponent, and I don't expect that he tried to push the action all the time. Yeah. From the start till the end. So that was the little surprise, but it was not surprise. I like that. Yeah, I like that. But sometimes I like to have a more space to think something special, to have time for my moves, and
Yeah, and you got a big fight now. You definitely are stepping up, and you're fighting number 3 ranked fighter Dominick Reyes. It's a big step up, and a good one, and deservingly so. What took you so long to get this fight, and how did it come about? Because I know after your first fight with Volkan, you said you were ready to go in the post fight speech, or I guess interview with Anik. You said that you were ready to go and fight anytime, and it's been quite some time since then. What happened, and what was the delay, and then how did this fight happen?
I think the delay was because the Dominic had some injury, some small injury, and I'm happy because my body was too tired, and I need in this prepare I need to some small break, yeah,
Right.
too. So that was very helpful for me, and now I'm feel fresh, and this prepare is for me. I'm trying to be for the next fight to be on another level.
Right.
Yeah, because the first fight I can't fight with Dominick like I fought with Volkan, because I think it will not work.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's why I'm doing I'm working on the new moves, a new strategy, and in new not new style, but I'm trying to upgrade my style. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're number 5 ranked right now, and then Dominick's ranked number 3. I know when you get to that top 5, it's very limited on your opponents. I mean, it's not like you have like 10, 20 options anymore. Like you have to pretty much fight these top guys. So is it pretty? Yeah. It was pretty set, I guess, from what you're telling me, that you were going to fight Dominick, and so they were just kind of, when it couldn't happen, they were waiting for it because that was the fight that the UFC just kind of wanted to have.
Yeah, sure. What was the question? What was the question?
I was just confirming that's what it sounded like you were saying, because you said that he got injured and then they waited instead of giving you another opponent. Yeah. Sometimes they give you another opponent choice, or they want to keep you on the card or whatever. Usually that's what they do. But considering you're so high ranked, they probably just really wanted that fight to happen. So is that what it was? Was that it was their choice for you to fight Dominick, and then you said yes, and then they just wanted to stay with that until it could happen?
Yeah. We thought about another opponent, but the team from Dominick teams, they said we need just a little time to be ready for maybe 1 or 2 months to delay that. So we are waiting for him. I'm good with that, so no problem. It's not problem.
And without giving anything strategically away, how do you feel that you match up with someone like Dominick, like as far as styles goes, and your style compared to his? You know, again, without giving anything away, but how do you feel you match up? Like where do you feel you're strong, and where you're going to put the pressure on, and what do you predict for the fight? Like what do you expect we're going to see when you get in there and fight Dominick Reyes?
I think I was long in organization reason where I took the time for to be better and better, to be to compete the best guys. Yeah, and now I'm feel like to not feel I have more skills and more fights, and I think that's my advantage. Yeah, and about this fight, Dominick is very great, athlete. Yeah, he's a very good athlete with a long body, So I like his style. When he fought with the John Jones or with another guys, I was looked forward for him. So I like his style. I know his style, and I think it will be a pleasure for me to fight with him, and I will win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that's not my plan, but I need just to do
your thing,
my strategy and everything. You know that.
Yeah, for sure. And and I want to ask you a lot of questions, but I just want to say that I obviously saw your fight with Volkan, and that was when I got to know you and look you up and study you. Usually on my podcast, I mean, I've been in the sport for a long time, had 15 UFC fights, so I know a lot of people, and most of my guests, there's some connection. Obviously, I've met them, I know them, or through people, or friends, or whatever the case, but with you, it wasn't the case. But with Volkan, that fight was so intriguing to me that I looked you up, and I couldn't believe your resume, and then I watched your highlight video, and like, you're savage, man. Like, you would be the kind of guy that when I was coming up, I would look at and be inspired by, because like the way you fight, you're 27 wins, 24 by knockout, 11 fight win streak, 9 fights by knockout, 7 fights in the first round. I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing record, bro. And you're such a savage when you fight, and that's the way I like to fight as well.
Yeah.
So I just want to give you a compliment on that and just tell you, man, that's the reason I wanted you on the podcast, find out who you were and get to know you a little bit better, because I think a lot of other people are going to want to know you a lot more if they haven't figured you out already. They're going to definitely do it before the Reyes fight.
Yeah, thank you. I'm working on it day by day, so that's nothing, just to work day by day. Yeah, and I think you can remember that, but I was in Thailand year 2016, 2015 or 2016. Yeah, after my first fight in Resin, after Grand Prix in Resin. So I was in AKA in your gym.
Oh, you came to my gym.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold up. When was this? When was this? Did this go down? I think I remember this.
It was year 2016. I was there for holiday, and I think in 1 week I came there for I think 4th or 5th time I was there.
I want to say you just came in and you were really humble, and we had to figure out who you were. And then we looked you up. Is this correct? Like you weren't one of the guys that came in and like were like, I'm a fighter and I want to, this, that, and the other.
Yes,
I think you were really humble, and then like we figured out who you were, and we were like, holy shit, this guy's savage. Like, he's got such a great record, and he's winning all these fights. He's in Ryzen, and I remember this.
We trained some jiu-jitsu or some sparring with there was the guy, the Amir, I think.
Amir Ali Akbari, yes.
Yeah, and we spar a little bit, and something like that. Yeah.
That's so awesome, man. I didn't even think about that when I was getting you on the podcast. I remember you coming in, but it's been so long, and then you did so much since then, and then you just broke on the scene with the UFC. We get so many people that come in and fighters, and a lot of people come in like you, super humble, and we don't know who they are, and we have to figure it out, and sometimes we don't figure it out, and we find out later on that they were there, and we had no idea they were, actors from Hollywood or fighters or something else. What did you think of the gym? Did you like the gym and the overall experience?
You have still the same? You're still the same?
Yeah. We've expanded a little bit more, built a little bit more stuff, but it's essentially the same. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big gym. It's a big gym, big place, and very, very nice. Yeah, I like that.
That's awesome, man. That's cool. And thanks for sharing that. And that's so cool, man. I didn't have any idea. It's so weird. What's such a small world.
What's up, everybody? I am here in Thailand. This is the first time I've ever been here. Been dying to come here for years. Mike Swick, he's one of the big reasons he's been trying to pull me down here. What he built down here, AKA Thailand, is incredible. There's people here from all over the world. You can train mixed martial arts here, jiu-jitsu. They have weightlifting, they have cardio, and obviously they have Muay Thai, boxing, everything. I'm telling you guys, I know everybody wants to go to Thailand because Thailand's so cool, but you can't come to Thailand without coming to AKA Thailand. Come on.
I heard you took a break or not a break, but I heard you got a UFC offer and you turned it down because you wanted to be ready to fight at the top and be a champion when you got in the UFC. Is this correct?
Yeah, that's correct. But it was not so just up to me, but it was my coaches helped me with this result because I was, I think it was 3 years back or 4 years back, and I thought about to be the best and just go to the top, and they said just wait for a minute to take some title there in Rising, and after that we can take whatever you want. So now is the time.
Yeah. That's awesome. And then as far as Jan, when he fought Izzy, what did you think about that fight? And then not looking past Dominick Reyes, what do you feel like as far as like not looking past him? Obviously, you got to fight him, and I know you're a very humble guy. But looking past him a little bit, where do you see yourself matching it with someone like Jan, like being the champion? Like, or do you feel like you're ready to get through Dominick and get through whoever you have to, and be able to fight Jan right now? Like, say if you had to, and be ready to fight him.
Jan is he's a champion, and I think the Dominick is the right opponent now, who's before me, and we will see. I don't think about that like this, but I'm focusing for my opponent. So that's the Dominick, and after Dominick, I can think about another. So Jan is another type of opponent, like a Dominick, yeah, and he had a nice fight last week. So yeah, and. What to say? I
was impressed, because I didn't expect him to beat Izzy on the feet like that, and at least give him competition on the feet, more or less land more strikes and beat him on the feet like that. Because usually even the smaller guy sometimes has the advantage, and Izzy being one of the best strikers in the sport and being smaller and maneuverable and fast, I didn't expect to see him dominate that. And then obviously when he got on top of him, Izzy couldn't do anything. So he's a big guy, powerful guy,
Yeah. Big powerful guy, but with the great cardio and great focus.
Yes.
Yeah, his focus is very inspiring for me, because I never saw something like his focus with Reyes before this fight, and he won that fight very professionally, like a true professional. Nice work of concentration, and after that he used his weapons.
Yeah, he's very good. And let me just ask you real fast. I know you're getting into your fight camp right now, probably for the Reyes fight, since it's 2 months away. What is your typical fight camp like? Like, what do you typically do throughout the week? Everyone's different, but what is your typical routine?
I like to be there in my home gym, but it's a little bit complicated with sparring partners, because now it's the quarantine everywhere. So we need to be how to say to make it all this preparing like a little bit different, but I like it. I can to focus for just for one thing, and that's drills and nothing more. Yeah, no people anywhere, no people in the streets, no shops open. So I have just one focus, and that's I like it. So, but I have the good sparring partners here, and all the work we can do here. because it's not in. I think in our level, on the top level in UFC, it's not just about the great sparring partners, but it's up to you need to know what to train, what to where to grow, what to upgrade in your style. Where was the mistakes in the last fights? Yeah, and that we work on that.
Do you have typical days where you do like wrestling and grappling days, and then you have like striking days and stuff like that, and then sparring days? And how often do you spar? Because I like to ask this because a lot of guys spar differently. Some guys still spar really hard multiple times a week. Some guys spar light just a couple times a week, and then some guys just spar maybe one time a week. And you got like Holloway who doesn't spar at all. So what does your sparring and grappling and striking kind of sessions look like?
For me, I didn't spar, I think 1 month, more than one month. Yeah, now. So now I'm starting with that, and I think it's not so important for me because I know I showed all my power and everything in the cage, and so that's why I don't need to spar so much, because I understand that I see that I learn from the videos, from the another classes, from the pads with coaches. Sure, important is the sparring is important to know how to use all your powers, all your physics, and all your techniques. But for me, it's not so important. Yeah.
Do you happen to be using the best below the waist grooming products on the market? That's the question. I'm not talking to you, Jiri. I'm talking to you guys. Because if you're not, I'm about to save you some money and give you something free. Guys, if you go to manscaped.com, manscaped.com, and you enter code QUICK, that's my name, code QUICK, enter code QUICK, you get 20% off and you get free shipping. Now, Manscaped is the official trimmer of the UFC and the official trimmer of the Real Quick with Mike Swick podcast, and it's the best product on the market. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, and now they are available in Europe, Canada, and Australia. So go to manscaped.com, enter code QUICK, save 20%, and get free shipping now. Support the podcast. It's a win-win for everyone. And when you come into fight week, are you one of these guys that trains kind of hard up until the weight cut? Or do you kind of just get through the movements and let your body heal, and then do you cut a lot of weight, or do you typically not cut a lot of weight?
No, I'm cutting just 2 or 3 kilos,
right?
Because before my fight, just one week before my fight, my body is starting to going down with the weight naturally. So that's how I'm preparing for the weight cut. And just last 2 days I need to cut or 2 or 3 kilos. So that's not a problem for me.
Yeah, but before I left for the UFC fights, I would always go to the grocery store and I would just buy a bunch of junk and like fatty foods, and I would stock my house up with like the worst foods ever, so that when I came back from the fight, I would just grunge out for like 2 or 3 days. Do you have any kind of like post weigh-in or post fight favorite foods that you love to eat that you're ready to go for after a fight or after weigh-in?
No. I'm keeping the health food, the great eating, the great eating all the time. I'm keeping the. I think that will be crazy, but I'm keeping the how to say when you stop to eat something for a couple of days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How it's named that?
You're saying that if you eat a bunch of bad food, it's going to take you off track because you're going to get weight and you're going to be slow and sluggish?
How it's I forgot the word. Jak se řekne boost. Just wait, I need to translate one word.
It's okay.
Fasting, yeah.
Fasting, okay. Yeah, because you're fasting, your stomach shrinks.
No, fasting. Yeah, that's the thing what I do in the preparing, but it's helped me to be pure, to keep my body pure of nothing, just energy, and that's what I'm working now, to feel to work with emotions in the training, and to train how to keep that energy just to be to keep that energy for the top moments. Yeah. To especially to the fight. So that's why I'm keeping the fasting with the sex before the fight a long time. Now I'm trying to keeping 2 months.
Nice.
So
2 months with no sex.
So it's a very it's a new time for me, and I'm
sacrifice, right?
Yeah, not it's just not sacrifice, because when you know what to do for the winning or for the showing what you want, there is no sacrificing, no sacrifice.
Yeah.
I want that because I know when I will do that, it's in my body is my body is working on another level.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got to ask you a couple more things that I just know that your followers are definitely going to want to know. How did you get into martial arts? Like when you were a kid growing up in Czech Republic, what got you into martial arts in the first place?
First place, I started with Muay Thai here in this gym. No, not here in this place, but that was on another place. This gym, but in this gym, like Jitsan gym. Yeah.
And I assumed you love Muay Thai, but then when did you notice MMA and figure out that that's the direction you want to go? And what made you change your mind to move into a little bit more style with more variables?
Yeah, that was because I like the MMA is more free, more free, more. Yeah, I like
more real.
I like the free these free moves. Everything was like just small gloves, and it's like a street fight. And when I started with that, I was like a more street fighter than the fighter with some fighting ideas. Yeah, and discipline. Yeah, that's why I learned with these martial arts.
Yeah, and then what about your like fighters that you looked up to? Like obviously people are looking up to you right now, and you're the fighter that some people are looking up to and getting inspiration from. Who did you look up to as a boy and as you were growing as a fighter to kind of motivate you and take your style after, and continue maybe even today look up to? Especially
the Fedor Emelianenko.
Yeah, for sure.
Mirko Krokop, and after that, I think Lyoto Machida.
Yeah,
I like this guy because I like his thinking about the fighting, because I like the karate style and and these principles from the karate. And this one, John Jones, I was started. So in the basics, the basic Ramon Dekkers, and these all these legends, all these legends in the fighting.
Well, last thing I want to ask you is, I know that when I see you fight, you have to have some kind of fire or some kind of passion deep inside you when you fight the way you fight. I fought the same way, but not quite to the extent you have with your knockouts. But the way you fight, the aggressiveness, the lack of care for your own health and getting knocked out and stuff. What is that inside of you? Where did that inspiration come from, and that fire that you seek out during the fight to make you stay so aggressive and so savage?
I know. I like to. How to say, to explore the martial arts, to explore myself, to explore my mind, to explore the techniques and to control that, to control all these my emotions, control the moving, and when you have all these control, then you just need to let it because all this is that's a grow, that's the natural grow.
Awesome.
And that's what I like on the martial arts.
Well, now that we've had the podcast and I've got to talk to you a little bit and get to know you even more than even when you were at AKA Thailand, I would love if you ever come back to Phuket and come see us again at AKA Thailand, get some training in. This time I'll take you out and I'll show you the islands and show you some cool things, and we can go do some fun stuff outside the gym as well. So you have an open invitation to come to the gym and have a great time the next time you have off and can come to Phuket. And also I would really love to get you back on the podcast just for a shorter update, maybe before the Dominick Reyes fight, and just see how you're doing, see how your camp went, just for, like I said, a quick update. That'd be amazing if you have time for me. And I appreciate your time now for giving me your time and talking to me for so long and giving me so much information. I'm a fan of yours, man. I love watching you fight, and it's been great to have this conversation and find out that I met you before and remember it. And now I know a lot more about you, and I'm going to enjoy watching your fight with Dominick Reyes so much more.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show, and I'll talk to you soon. We'll stay in touch.
Thank you. See you. Victory.